Fumble is actually really personal. It's actually my favorite piece and actually my favorite video. I'm not a big fan. It sounds kind of weird, but I'm not a big fan of my work. Meaning, like, I don't like, once I drop a video, I don't really sit there and like watch it all the time, except for after the first day and something like that. But for Fumble, I keep finding myself watching it, and I don't know, it hits a special spot to accept and to take that risk and to throw that out there to the world that I am not perfect, and people make mistakes, but off of one mistake, it doesn't really judge your character. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what the whole purpose of that video was. Is it's okay, you know, to be humiliated, and like, if I can prevent anyone else from making a mistake from that video, and then why not? You know what I'm saying? So it's really, really special, and yeah, I put all of me out there.
My video is the conclusion for now to the Taiga series that me and Brian have been doing, and it's literally the 4th video. It started with Faded, and that song was like super hype when I dropped it, and it got really hype over the summer. It's almost at like 1 million views, but I didn't expect it, honestly. I just toured with it, and we just really loved the piece, so I shot a concept video to it, and the whole concept to the first video was that it's stuff that naturally happens. The Puspos collection was basically like just stuff that naturally happens, and us recapturing it and trying to show the world kind of a little bit what our lives are like. So the first video was at Moving Lifestyle, and just us partying and kind of dancing with each other and showing each other pieces, and that's actually what actually happens, you know, when we go to parties and stuff. And that video was like super successful, and no one expected it. And so then after we got kicked off the show, it inspired our second video, which was B, I'm the S. And yeah, that was Brian's video.
It was really, even though it's called, I'm gonna say it, bitch, I'm the shit, people tend to like get it twisted and saying like, oh, they're cocky, but it's the sentence that follows it is what the reason why I choreographed to it is bitch, I'm the shit, I'm not worried about shit, you know what I'm saying? So basically, we are still who we are, and no matter what gets thrown at us, like, we're just not gonna be worried about it, you know what I'm saying? So it's all that negative energy, not worried about it. So that's,
yeah. And if you actually watch the video, people decide to take it a lot the wrong way, but for us the video is showing some humility. Like, we got kicked off the show, and we decided the next day we were gonna make a video making fun of ourselves. So I don't know, people decided to take it a lot the wrong way, but that's what the video is for us. And actually, the conversation that happens in the car was inspired by a real life conversation, which was almost the exact same that we had coming home from the hotel the day after we got kicked off. And then we made the video the next day after that, and we brainstormed and had concepts for that whole day. And then the third part, which I dropped a couple weeks ago, is what's on with it? Make It Nasty. And I actually had this is where it started to get really cool with just like the concepts. Is I actually had a really cool concept plan for it, but it was super unrealistic, and that it would get done due to my age and due to everyone's schedules. The 5 guys that I wanted for it were basically the 5 guys that I used for Faded plus Tucker. And I had, to me, for that piece, I had to use those exact 5 people, and so I wouldn't budge on changing those people out. So basically, I changed it to a concept that was a lot more easy to do, and we actually watched this movie called Grave Encounters that inspired the concept, which is basically, I promised everyone that I was gonna drop this video all summer and make it nasty because I was teaching it everywhere. And I told everyone, oh, I'm gonna drop it soon, and I never got around to doing it. So the concept was that basically only behind the scenes footage ever got shot of the video, and I never decided to shoot it. And all that was left was archive footage in my stuff, and basically an angry fan found it and posted it. And so that was the concept behind it. We actually only did it in 2 takes, and then Do My Dance was just a continuation of that. Basically, we're talking after it, and Brian says to everyone, like, oh, you got to see his new stuff, and that's the end of the first video. And then I basically show my homies, just like in real life, how I do. Like, we demo our new pieces for each other when they're brand new. And so basically that's what it was. It was me demoing for my homies my new piece. And yeah, so that's the concepts behind everything. And
like when we say, when we demo after our class, like, no one record it, and there's always that one person that records it on the fly, and then that's basically what that. Yeah. So it's like, it really looks cool because it really does look like someone was just like.
Yeah, and I called the last 2. I called it the leak, which is because someone leaked all my stuff, and both of us actually have had really big problems with like leaked. I mean, not like huge problems, but like problems with leaked videos, because we have a concept or something that will heighten the piece that's beyond just the solo of it, and the concept is part of the piece. So like a lot of times people will literally leak our stuff, and it'll end up if we don't make sure they take it down, like sometimes they'll get hundreds of thousands of views in the way that we didn't want it to be seen. We wanted it to be seen how we envisioned it, so that was kind of our way of putting that out there, that going above that. Yeah, so that's our brains and our concepts, and it is pretty in depth. Yeah. Dancing with the Stars was a dope experience. It was weird because the whole week it felt like ABDC, because of just like the way things were running, just like the way rehearsals were running, going to the sound stage, running through everything, wardrobe fitting, and everything felt really similar to ABDC. But then it was really funny because on the actual performance day, the audience for Dancing with the Stars is a much older demographic. So I was getting ready to go off. I was like, I'm gonna kill it. And I looked around, and there was like all these like middle-aged moms, and I was like, oh, this is a totally different audience than ABDC. So it was really cool being able to perform something that was universal for all ages for that show, actually. And it's also regular network television too, so that was a cool audience to reach. And then I was really excited I got to work with also all different genres on that job too. Like Blake McGrath was the lead for the contemporary section, and Time was the lead for the ballet, and Alex Wonk from So You Think You Can Dance was on there. Actually, there was a lot of So You Think You Can Dance people all doing that job, which was super tight, and I got to just dance with all of them. And yeah, it was really fun, good experience, and I hope to do it again. And Shannon Mather choreographed it. Love her so much. She's a genius. And yes, it was fun. It was show day for ABDC, like I don't remember what week. And they called me up, and I didn't know who it was. It wasn't Brian, but it was, I still don't remember which, I think it was just the director, called me up and left me a text, and I was really busy, and they were like, hey, do you want to teach for Pulse on tour? And I thought it was just someone messing with me because I didn't have the number, and I was like, who is this? I hope you're not messing with me, and whatever. And then I just had my dad call the number because I was too busy. We were doing run-throughs and stuff, and they just signed me for teaching on tour with them. And I was like super beyond grateful, because it's like a really big deal to teach for the Pulse because of the faculty on there. It literally has done like every artist and every TV show and movie like known ever in the dance industry. So there's some really heavy hitters. I was actually really super. I've never been ever nervous to teach in my life except for that first pulse. Just because I actually remember before I went to go teach my first class, they had a video projection that was playing off all of the artists and all the TV shows and all the movies that all the choreographers have worked with, and it was just kept going and just kept rolling. And I was just like, my name hadn't shown up yet, so I was like, I really don't know what they're about to put for me besides I post YouTube videos. But yeah, I was a lot of them were very welcoming to me, and I was really honored, and all the kids were like super excited to take my class, which was cool. And then once I was teaching, I'm just in my zone. I'm teaching. So
I would really like my number one dream was, or still is, to choreograph for Chris Brown, or just work with him in general, or just like kick it with him. I don't know. Just he's like a really big inspiration, not only in this his music, but I think his he has a really nice story. I know it wasn't the best story, but the moral of his story was everyone has a second chance to start over again. And since then, he grew better as a person, and his music grew with him and stuff like that. So it was really inspirational, and almost like in a weird way. But that's what I saw, and that's why, yeah, because it related to me. So who else? Justin Bieber, but we just did that.
Yeah, we did that for the video. But I would say too, for both of us, it's probably not ever realistically gonna happen. But just like maybe, I don't know.
Drake.
Yeah. Our other favorite artist.
If Drake would ever have dancers, but I don't know, it would affect, I guess, its coolness. But like, he's just like good as like a solo artist, and you know, it's all he needs really, because he's just that good. His presence, his delivery, and all that stuff. I think his dancers will take it away. But if he ever needed like dancers or whatever, or
if there was like maybe some special like video or like a concept behind it, like
yeah,
that would be
Holler.
Probably the biggest dream ever.
Holler, yeah, yeah.
Any shout-outs? Cub Scouts, Young Lions, Most Wanted Crew,
Everybody that
Architects,
yeah,
everybody, all the homies, all our inspirations, all our students,
all the
Beaver Scouts, everyone that we hang out with and see, and yep, we keep our friends really close to us, and family, and mom and dad. We love you. Bye. Bye.